Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich Flanders Wallonia. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So reforming the voting system, I'm going to get 200 political power off of this. I mean, it's going to cost a little bit of stability, some war support, both things that, I mean, we can't really afford to lose. Especially war support, we have like none of it. Because we need to prepare for the war, because, I mean, it should be happening sometime next year. I mean, we're already at 60% world tension. I don't think it's going to go over 75 soon, but I mean, it's not impossible, right? Okay, reform the voting system. To further consolidate its power, the king has decided to reverse the universal suffrage that was only recently introduced in Flanders Wallonia. As such, his commands will be unchallenged, as only those most loyal to the subjects will have their voting rights reserved. Advisors in the government, however, suggest the king should not take such drastic action and should immediately influence the result of the election. Introduce consensus voting or rig universal elections. Let's just rig the elections. You know what? We'll be a good king and only, you know, destroy our democratic institutions from behind the scenes. Okay, we'll get war bonds, we'll get ourselves some military factories. Can't get any of you quite yet. I mean, popular cartoonist, 5% stability, 10% political power gain is not terrible. Political power gain, construction speed. Okay, that one's significantly worse. Stability, construction speed, production efficiency, cap goes up. I mean, we might want to go with you. Appliance gain, don't really care too much about that. I mean, 2 operative slots? That's quite a bit. But aside from that, do we have anybody here? Non-combat supply penalty. I mean, I don't know why that's army morale. And also, I don't think you're very, very good. But we don't need a military commander quite yet. Land doctrine cost minus 10%. I mean, he wouldn't be bad. But I think first and foremost, let's get, stability, construction speed, production efficiency cap. We'll get him first. Technology, let's just go for 1938 support weapons. We do get a little bit of a discount on that. By the way, Ukraine, did you ever... Okay, you did purge the leftist. Fantastic. So you're not going to be going syndicalist. You can be a nice bulwark against Russia when the war actually begins. And Austria, what have you done? Wait, are you going down military occupation? You might just not have taken either of these focuses. If Austria goes down military occupation, that's kind of like the worst outcome for us. I mean, is it actually that bad? I'm trying to think. I mean, maybe it's not that bad. I mean, Austria is going to be kind of out of commission. But a weakened Austria will automatically join the Reichspakt on day 1. So maybe there's something there we could work with theoretically. Because usually at this point, I think Austria would have given Galicia, Lemuria, Illyria, and I think Slovakia, Transylvania, a couple of other smaller Hungarian countries should have gotten their quote-unquote independence, but like their puppet status. I think they're going... Remove Austro-Hungarian ties broken. 100 political power goes down. GDVP becomes ruling party. So I guess if we know that the ruling party changes to the paternal autocrats, then we know Austria is going to be going down military occupation. Because I know they're not doing status quo, because I think status quo they maybe release Hungary right away. Yes, they release Hungary right away if they go down status quo. So I mean, they could theoretically still go down pluralist, and that's what we want. We want the pluralist route. It's the strongest by far the strongest route for Austria, and the strongest route for Austria is the strongest route for ourselves. Do I need anything here? I mean, 39. It's still, I think, a little bit early, unless there's nothing else I can see that I want to research. Aircraft. I mean, do we even produce planes? We don't. How many anti-tank guns? We have 363 anti-tank guns. Honestly, I don't think we'll ever need that many. I'm going to throw one more factory into light tank destroyers. I mean, what do we want? I mean, we have engineering companies, but again, that's a 39 tech. Rifles at a 39 tech. 276 days is not too bad. You know what? Let's get rifles first. We'll upgrade all of our rifles. And then we'll get the industry tech for 39 after we get some more slots available to us. War propaganda. I mean, I kind of want to press it. Stability goes down. We get some trains. But it's 150 political power for 12% stability. Honestly, it's not that bad. Actually, no, it's 12% war support, which we do want. And roll tension at 17. King Albert I in exile. I don't think that modifier is ever going to go away. Maybe, I don't know. Can King Albert I die? Maybe if he dies, that penalty will go away because there's just no more King Albert. 1940. Yeah. Now let's go for concentrate industry 3. Military factories available. Honestly, give me another one on light tanks. And how's the war front here looking? We got Nicaragua and Honduras against El Salvador and Guatemala. I'm not too sure who exactly is going to come out on top here. Again, we prefer Guatemala and El Salvador to win. We don't want a socialist Central America. I guess not that Central America is really going to be a major threat to us. They're just going to they're going to basically do their own thing. However, it could distract like the Canadians or the West Indies Federation into actually navally invading them. Which we don't want. We don't want the AI distracted by, you know, North American, Central American, South American syndicalist countries. Also, Austria, they did go down the pluralist route. Fantastic. So, we go military expansion. We'll have a very strong Austria in our faction. I mean, they won't join right away, of course. We either need... What are the conditions? I mean, Ukraine... If Russia borders Austria, that's an immediate trigger. Switzerland being syndicalist, I don't think is an immediate trigger for Austria. I might be wrong though, because I mean technically the International borders, they border Austria. I don't know if that matters. I'm pretty sure that they need to take Munich, if I'm not mistaken. If they control Upper Bavaria, then Austria intervenes. There's a few other triggers. You think at this point I would just know all of them? But okay, Tibet. Everybody's joining United. Who's actually here? We got the Zili clique between you two. We got the United Provinces of China. The Yunnan clique's just kind of doing their own thing. Qing's declared war on Szechuan, so we're gonna have a big war in China. Does that matter to us? Not really. Because no country in China can actually join the Reichspakt. Okay, we got a new state in Brazil. Are they going, right now they're paternal autocrat. They're not going to go national populist, right? I don't believe so. In Argentina, they're doing very, very well for themselves. They should... I mean, they've got to be very close to killing Chile, right? And if we get Argentina in our faction, I'd be happy with it. If they want to make their own Buenos Aires axis, I mean, that's... I mean, I was going to say that's fine, but it means that they're not really going to help us in any capacity. Because we can get, like, Brazil in our faction, if we can get Argentina in our faction, all of those would be fantastic. Okay, what do we want to produce next? I guess, you know what? Let's start making aircraft. I mean, you know what? Let's not get these planes, though. We're going to wait until we have close air support and then start building some of those guys. Throw one more on rifles. We have 2 more divisions here. Do you have enough tanks? You've got the tanks. You just don't have the manpower. Which is... I mean, we're at 17% war support now, so we should be able to get up to limited conscription. As well as early mobilization. Both of those are quite nice for us. And then we want to go for the production cost. Is there anything else in here? We get some stability. Political power goes down. Stability goes down. We get political power gain. But we do lose... But we're not paternal autocrat. We are... The Flemish Council is paternal autocrat. They have 1% support. How much political power are we getting? 2.21 per day. We'll be 1.21 once we start taking a focus. Gonna put one more on you. I guess we might as well. Let's go interwar bombers. And we'll maybe just like actually no, we need trucks as well. And maybe we'll just rely on Germany to provide fighter support for our bombers. Yeah, let's do it that way. Let's do it that way. 37 army experience. I mean, we can't get any of these guys right now. Because we just need to save our political power. We need to get better conscription laws. Because right now we have actually we have a negative 0.7 from anti-German sentiment. So actually we're only recruiting 0.8%. Yeah, 0.8% of the country, which is very bad. I don't think we can remove anti-German sentiment anymore. Add German officers, war of defense. We're on the horizon. Okay, so we got the Tintin book. Yeah, George Remy. Are you George Remy? Yeah, so yeah, you are Purge. The newest comic of George Remy or Hurge takes place in Qing Empire, where the reporter Tintin is sent to dismantle drug trafficking. It is known that Hurge was helped in his work by young students from the legation city of Shanghai named Zheng Xiaoren, who came to Flanders Wallonia to study the fine arts. The expertise of Zhang led to striking and realistic representation of Chinese society and contributed greatly to the enormous success of the book in Europe and China. The book criticizes the weaknesses and the corruption of the Qing government, as well as the Japanese presence in Manchuria, and as such banned in both such countries. Okay, thanks for the political power gain. Actually, that's actually really nice. That saves us like 3 weeks. We'll go up to limited conscription. I'm guessing like the book in... I've read most of the Tintin books when I was a kid, including the Blue Lotus. I'm assuming the entire story has to be different due to the fact that the Qing still exist, and there was not the Oh, the Philippines have joined the Party Communist faction. Really, that's not something you see too often. I mean, we could probably just, you know what? So now you go to extensive conscription. So no matter what, you always are boosting things by one level. You still stay with 300 political power. So maybe it'd be worth just getting our way down here ASAP. Because then we can get 2 upgrades without having to pay the political power cost. We got 2 military factories here, naval slot. But again, I mean, there's not really a... I mean, there might be a little bit of a rush, because we do need the manpower. But as long as we don't go up to extensive conscription here, because, and again, it always boosts it up by 1 level. I don't think... We don't want to go to service by requirement right away. And again, if we get early mobilization and then it boosts up to partial mobilization, or even we get up with partial mobilization and then it boosts us up to war economy, all of that's good. But we don't want total mobilization. That's going a little bit too far for us. Indonesia join the Cairo Pact. Losing your faction, Burma, the Philippines. I mean, really, this is probably one of the strongest Eastern Syndicalist unions that we've seen. I know that Iran could also join the faction, but that's also pretty rare. Okay. Yes, right, it's going to war on 2 Sicilies. They did annex the Pope, so I think that will give 2 Sicilies a little bit of a... Will they make it stronger, or will they make them weaker? Because the Pope usually has a handful of divisions on their own, and I don't know if 2 Sicilies inherits those troops. Because if they do inherit them, I think it's stronger for 2 Sicilies. But if they don't inherit them, then I guess they're probably in like a little bit of a weaker position. We do have some planes. We got a handful of bombers. But with no manpower to actually deploy them, we can't do too much. Which is sad. I wish we had a way to deploy all these beautiful aircraft. And by deploy all of these, I mean the 3 that we have. Modified Officer Corps. The Union of South Africa seeks to recruit settlers in Flanders Wallonia. Via petition by the South African government, they have established a settling colony project in Bukeland region and are look vigorously for settlers. They have assessed that Afrikaans-speaking descendants of the so-called Doorsland trekkers reside in our lands, and are asking permission to encourage these Afrikaners to move to bushland instead. So we get 25 political power. Our population growth will temporarily be slowly lowered each time South Africa recruits new settlers. Get an opinion bonus. Well, who are you? Right now you're in the Entente. You're led by the Boers, I believe. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll take a 25 political power boost. A slight slowdown on population growth. I'm going to tell you, I do not care remotely about that. Because how much population do we actually get? We get 105 monthly growth per month. 105. So that would be, what, 10... About 100 months to be able to recruit one new division. Roughly. Which is 8 years, I want to say. So it doesn't matter so much. Okay, Rome's already fallen. Not a great sign, but as long as the SRI does not win prior to the Second Weltkrieg, we should be okay. Oh, they actually got a unit encircled over here. Not a great sign for you. I mean, we could probably send some volunteer forces into the country. Then how many can we send? We can send 1 division. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna send 1 troop into the country. Just, if anything, to just delay they actually also naval invaded in the south. They didn't take a port, though. That's important to note. They did not take a port. Steel factory. I don't know if we need that quite yet. Naval dockyards. Do we actually have any naval dockyards? We have 1. So maybe you have 1 naval dockyard. And that's just building convoys, right? We actually have 113 of them. I think that's completely reasonable. We've also like filled out our production here. Can we have 1 more on trucks? For now. Are we building trains? We're not. Do we have trains? We have 4 trains. Okay, no, we do need to build at least some trains. I'm gonna take 1 off of rifle production for now. Just get a slow trickle of trains, please and thank you. Oh, I do not like the situation for 2 Sicilies at all. Okay, bring you down south. If we can kill these units off, all of these units here can move their way back up north. But they're about to take Naples. Yeah, I don't have high hopes. And they've also got another encirclement here. Yeah, no, this, I would say, is pretty... I think 2 Sicilies might be dead. Okay, well, I mean, we did kill a handful of divisions here. And that's nice. Does that actually tell me how many units we killed? We lost 32 divisions. Wait, no, we didn't. Yes, we did. Manpower 35. Losses to enemy. Okay. But I mean, we killed a few thousand units. I don't think that was mostly us. It's mostly 2 Sicilies. But we were in battles that resulted in 9,000 enemy deaths. And that works out pretty well for us. You know what? I'm looking at the situation, and you know what I'm thinking? Maybe we just get out of here. Yeah, I don't have high hopes for 2 Sicilies. Like, I apologize. But I don't... Yeah, no, I think 2 Sicilies is going to get their ass destroyed by the SRI. Just get fucking steamrolled. Which is sad. South Rhodesia has declared war on the Republic of South Africa. Yes, we got the Boers here. And we want you to... Okay, a war in the desert. But I don't know, how much do we actually care about South Africa? I don't think we care enough to actually send them a division. And I don't even know if we care too much about who actually wins. It's either we have... It's either we have an Entente aligned South Africa or we have a Reichspakt aligned South Africa. Obviously, Reichspakt would be better for us. But I don't think by such a wide margin. Give me offensive doctrine here. But I don't think it's going to be by an insane margin. Okay. Well, welcome back home. Yeah, I mean, they've landed their way down here. They took a port in Sicily. Yeah, nah, 2 Sicilies is done for. I mean, I wouldn't mind. You know, let's send some troops maybe to the Kingdom of Greece. Oh, but the thing is, they could still join the Moscow Accord. And we don't want a Moscow Accord aligned Greece. But also, the Kingdom of Greece, I think, typically joins the Entente. Yeah, Naples is now surrounded. Yeah, no, they're done for. It was a very, very fast war for the SRI, for sure. Yeah, no, they're dead. Our single infantry division would not be enough to change the course there. Okay, give me more military factories. Build them over in Dunkirk. And now we actually have some manpower, which is nice. We can actually train up to 22 divisions. So you guys, you're 16 combat with. Which I think is mostly fine. But you know what? Give me 2 of you as well. Deploy you here. We'll deploy the tanks here. And then everybody will just get assigned to red automatically. Because, I mean, there's no other army for you to join. Okay, concentrate industry is almost done. It is 1939 now. We'll go construction 3. And then once you're done, research is a little high. Yeah, upgrade our rifles, please. Actually, no, don't. Just make new guns. Don't convert quite yet. And I mean, our units will automatically replace their old rifles with new rifles when we have a stockpile of them. So this still works out okay for us. You could go for improved on you. You know, give me the 39 artillery. And you know what? I built the radar station. Let's actually build that. 3375. So technically it's fairly cheap. It'll be done in February. But we'll get at least 1 radar station. Help out the Germans a little bit. Give me 1% recruit population with you. Because again, we still need that manpower. We still need men in the field to fight, to live and breathe for Flanders Wallonia, and by extension, the Kaiser of Germany. But I would say that at least for right now, I think it's going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks to everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not doing, thumbs down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.